without further ado, we are going to introduce Marlins pitcher McKenzie Mills. McKenzie Mills, come on.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, McKenzie.
Nice to have you on the show, McKenzie.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, we are just going to dive into the questions here. Of course, McKenzie, you were traded for Justin Bour of the Miami Marlins. That happened last year. McKenzie, when you got the call that you were being traded, what was your initial reaction?
Honestly, it's kind of a funny story. Being traded a couple times, it's always cool, to experience different organizations, go to different teams, put on different jerseys. But the day before, I got called into my manager's office, and I was promoted to Double-A Reading in the Eastern League, the Philly Double-A affiliate. And after the game, went outside, called my parents, told them the news. Went back to my apartment, packed up all my stuff, left my car because I had about a 9:30 flight. And on the flight over to Philadelphia, I turned my phone off airplane mode, and I had a missed call from our farm director, Joe Jordan. And he told me, he said, "Hey, Ben, I need you to come back to Tampa." I was like, "What's going on?" He said, "Oh, we just traded you for the Miami Marlins."
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's a great story there.
So, yeah.
It's crazy,
yeah, it was,
man,
it was
because
crazy.
you're getting the call out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. It was cool. I got off the plane, my phone was going over text messages and phone calls, and but it's all good. Baseball, this was a cool experience. I didn't think that after July, after the trade deadlines and everything that's happened, I thought I was good. I thought I was just happy enough to finish the year in Double-A, but I have an opportunity now with the Marlins, and hopefully I can go back to Jacksonville, do what I need to do there. And if the next step is New Orleans or the next step is Miami, I'll be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Barry?
All right, well, tell me, what was life like in the minor leagues before you got the trade to the Marlins?
It wasn't that bad. The Phillies high A, they're in the Florida State League, so we were in Clearwater. It was pretty good. I had an apartment in downtown Tampa, so it wasn't bad. The Florida State League is hot. I will say anybody that's coming up from low A or any new draft guys that are coming to the Florida State League, I mean, it's a tough league to play in. It's kind of like GCL at night. I can get a whole lot of fans. Practices are at 2:30, and that's when it's 95 degrees out. So, I enjoyed every bit of it. It's hard work, but, I mean, I enjoyed everything about it.
Do you miss your family in the process?
Come again?
I said, are you missing your family?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I talk to my dad every day, talk to my mom. I always FaceTime them. They're my biggest supporters. They're my biggest fans. So, whenever I get a chance to see them, it's kind of like they kind of give me magic if they come in and watch me play a game. I think I had a game where I faced St. Louis Mets, and, they came in, and I think I went 6 or 7 scoreless. But, I mean, I always miss my family. It's always good to have that support. It's always good to see them. It's a familiar face because you're away for 6 months out of the year. So whenever you get around family or a familiar face, it's always comforting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, family is everything. It's always the first thing. Being drafted,
yeah, definitely.
McKenzie, in the 18th round by the Nationals. What was your reaction being drafted to an actual MLB baseball team and knowing that, hey, you're not that far away? Of course, you got the minors, of course, but what was your initial reaction to saying, hey, I was just drafted by the Washington Nationals?
Well, it was pretty awesome. I think that I wasn't as stunned as most folks because I thought that I had the ability to play professional baseball, but I think after Friday and Saturday, because I got to see my buddy. Michael Chavis go in the first round. He's with the Red Sox, and, Saturday rolled around, and, I thought my name would be called Saturday. So I think around Sunday, I had it in my mind that, I'm probably going to go to college. It's okay. And, I remember coming upstairs, and, my dad was, on his tablet, and he told me, he said, hey, the Nationals just selected you in the 18th round. And, I was pretty excited, but I knew I had to make a decision either, go start, my college career or go start my pro career. And, it took me about a week to decide. And I made a decision to sign my professional contract, and the first couple years was definitely hard, but I think that now I persevered. I understand what it's like to be, a professional athlete, what it's like to be a ball player, and I'm excited what this year has to bring.
For sure, man. For sure, we're all excited to see you go.
Yeah, you're what are you, 6'4", 205 pounds, and that's pretty good for a left-handed pitcher. Does that scare some of the batters that you go up against because of your size?
Well, I always get the comp of Dontrell Willis. I know he was a former Marlin. I'm a big guy on the mound, big body guy, pretty tall. So, if it scares hitters, great. If it doesn't, well, that sucks too. But, I'm out there, working games, arms and legs, just going after the guy, trying to get him out.
And McKenzie, being traded again from the Phillies to the Marlins, the organizations, of course, are different organizations, being in Philadelphia, being down in Miami, but of course you're in Jacksonville. Can you explain the difference between the Philadelphia organization and the Miami organization?
Well, yeah, I kind of feel like, the guys with the Nationals or like the Philly, they're essentially really good teams that, are going to compete every year. And, I speak highly about those organizations. The Phillies was a good organization, really great. There are times where, you're going to pick and choose who you mesh well with, coaching staff, players, et cetera. But, since I came to the Marlins, it's been great. Nothing but good things. I know that, Jeter's really trying to mold it into, former championship type of program. And I just, want to be part of that franchise. And I know that, with the Marlins, they're rebuilding. I know that I'm going to get my opportunity if I perform well, of course. And, that's just, all I can hope for.
Yeah, Jeter's definitely doing a rebuild here, and we're going to see the opportunity for a lot of players to have a chance to jump on the bandwagon and get into the majors. And we certainly would love to see out there. Again, whose attention do you really have to grab when it comes to that? I know you're going to do your best, obviously, but who are the people in charge that you really, really have to impress?
Well, I think that, that's the one thing in baseball. People feel like you don't have to impress people. I honestly feel that, once you go out there and do your job, if you're consistent, if you go about your business the right way, good things happen. Especially when I was in high, there's a time where I was struggling and, I had to look myself in the mirror and, put my head down and get back to work. And I, strung together, a couple good starts, had a good month or so, and then I had an opportunity to get drafted, to get traded to another ball club. So I feel like this season I'm going to go back to having fun with baseball. I know in spring training I may get some looks on the big league side because I report February 21st, and I'm happy that I'll be able to get down there and get acclimated with the guys because I don't really know many guys from the Marlins. But the biggest thing is just go have fun. I know that as a starter, if I go out there 6-7 innings, give up 3 runs or less every game, you're going to go out there and you're going to put up good numbers and good things are going to happen. So as long as I have that mindset, just go out there and be consistent, it doesn't matter who's watching. Everybody's going to know your name.
Yeah, well, Tom Selleck said it the best in the movie to start in. He said, baseball is a game, and a game is supposed to be fun. And it certainly sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun out there, and you're certainly going to give the Marlins the opportunity to use your services in the majors. And no doubt in my mind, who do you got in front of you that are lefties on the chart? You got Caleb Smith, you got Wei-Yin Chen, maybe a Dylan Peters.
He's not on with the team.
He's gone, but what can I say? You got those types of players that are out there. How do you leapfrog these guys other than just doing better than they do?
Well, it's the one thing coaches and players always say, what's the difference between a minor league guy and a big league guy? Is just consistency. And I really feel like those are great guys. Those guys that are in the big leagues, I'm striving to be where they want to be. And it's honestly just going about your business every day. Just go out there, try to be as consistent as them, or if not better. You know what I mean? And it's great because I got my buddy Nick Snyder, who's also with the Marlins, and we pick each other's brain. We want to be the best players we can be, and he's a guy